Hello students, welcome to today's class. So you are all familiar with the term measurement. What do you mean by measurement? Suppose that you have to stitch a shirt. So if it is stitched without any measurement, it won't be fit for you. So what will you do? You will go to a tailor. Then tailor with his measuring tape, he will take the measurement. He takes the measurement with the help of a measuring tape. So what he is doing? So he is doing measurement, and which measuring instrument is used? A measuring tape is used. So what he is doing? Measurement. What is measurement? Measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a known constant quantity. With a proper measurement, when a shirt is stitched, it will be fit for you. So, measurement is necessary in our day-to-day life. Suppose we have to take the measurement of height of a boy. How do we do the measurement? You see how the height of a boy is measured. So we are measuring his height. So first this boy is made to stand here. Now we are taking the measurement. Measuring the height. Okay. So while measuring his height is the unknown quantity. His height is the unknown quantity. And this is the non-standard quantity. His height is unknown quantity, and this measurement, this measuring unit, that is a non-standard quantity. That unknown quantity, which is that boy's height, that is compared with this non-constant quantity, which is called a measurement. So measurement is the comparison. Measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a non-constant quantity. So measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a non-constant quantity. In that case, his height is unknown quantity, which is compared with this non-constant quantity. So for the measurement, a measuring instrument is also needed. So here this measuring tape, that is the measuring instrument. So suppose that you feel that you have fever, then you will go to the doctor. Then doctor will measure your temperature. For measuring your temperature, the doctor will use a thermometer. that is the measuring instrument. For every measurement there is a measuring instrument. Suppose that your mother tells you go to the market and buy 2 kilogram sugar. Then that sugar, that is the unknown quantity, that is compared with a non-constant quantity with the help of a weighing machine that can be done. So while doing the measurement, first writing a number which is called a magnitude, then writing the unit. In that case of measuring the height of that boy, his height comes as 170 centimeter. So here first of all we have to write the numerical value, then we have to write a proper unit. First, while doing a measurement, first we have to write the numerical value. After that we have to write the unit. This way we express the measurement. First writing the numerical value, then writing the unit. So here 170, that is the magnitude, then writing the unit. So it means that 170 times the standard quantity centimeter is contained in the measurement of his height. The next topic is choice of unit. Choice of unit. While choosing a unit, the unit must have the following properties. These are the properties of choosing a unit. So it should be of convenient size. The unit which is selected, that must be of convenient size. For example, suppose that we have to express the distance from Ghaziabad to Delhi. When we express the distance from Ghaziabad to Delhi, millimeter is not convenient. In that case, kilometer is convenient. Millimeter or centimeter is not a convenient unit to express the distance from Ghaziabad to Delhi. It should be of convenient size. Then it is universally accepted. The unit which is used is universally accepted. It should not change with the space and time. Not changing with the space and time. For example, the height of a man is measured in the morning and it comes as 170 centimeter. And when his height is again measured in the evening, that time also it becomes same. It does not change with the space and time. Suppose that his height is measured in St. Joseph's Academy and his height is measured in Fatima Convent School. Height comes same. Should not change with the space and time. These are the properties of a unit. The next topic is physical quantity. What is a physical quantity? So physical quantity means any quantity which can be measured, that is called a physical quantity. Any quantity which can be measured, any quantity whose measurement can be taken, that is called a physical quantity. Like this length. Length is a physical quantity because it can be measured. Mass. It is a physical quantity because it can be measured. And time. Time is a physical quantity because it can be measured. By taking these physical quantities, length, mass and time, by taking the physical quantity, length, mass and time, a number of systems of units are made. These are the systems MKS, MKS, CGS, FP, Yes, these are different systems of unit. These are different systems of unit. So in MKS system, the unit of length is meter, the unit of mass is kilogram, and unit of time is a second. So this MKS stands for meter, kilogram, second. And in the next system of unit is CGS. In CGS system, the unit of length is centimeter, the unit of mass is gram, and unit of time is a second. So CGS stands for centimeter, gram, second. Then in FPS system, the unit of length is foot, and mass is pound, and time is a second. So these are different systems of unit. Now we see the guidelines for writing the unit. Guidelines. There are some guidelines for writing the unit. So unit, you know what is unit? Unit is a standard quantity which is used for expressing the measurement. Unit is a standard quantity which is used for expressing the measurement. So for writing the, for using the unit, there are some guidelines. These are the guidelines. Some of the units are named after a person, and some of the units are not named after a person. Some of the units are named after a person, and some of the units are not named after a person. The unit which is not named after a person, the unit which is not named after a person, for example, meter. Meter is not the name of a person. And when we express such unit in short form, we use small letter. So if we write a capital M, then it is a wrong. So some of the units are the name of a person. For example, Newton. Newton is the name of a person. When we express such units in short form, then we don't use small letter. We have to use a capital letter. If we use small letter, then it is wrong. So the units which are not named after a person, the units which are not named after a person, when it is expressed in short form, we have to use small letter. The unit which are the name of a person, like Newton, when it is expressed in short form, we have to use capital letter. So the units which are named after a person or not named after a person, and when it is when we write the name of the unit fully, then we have to write a small letter like this, or this we have to write. The unit which are named after a person or not named after a person, and the unit is fully written, then we have to write it by using small letters. Then when we write the unit in plural form, don't use S. For example, 10 kilogram. So we write 10, this is plural. So we write only 10 kilogram. We don't write 10 kilograms. If we write this S, then it is wrong. So then in this, some cases there are more than one unit is coming. For example, the speed, the unit of speed is meter per second. Meter per second. Meter upon second. Meter upon second. Meter upon second, when we write the second also in the numerator, then we will write a meter s to the power -1. Meter, what is written in the denominator, that is written in the numerator with the negative power. For the unit of acceleration, meter per second square. When the second square, when it comes to the numerator, we will write a m s to the power -2. What is written in the denominator? that is written with a negative power. And between these two units, a space is put. Between these two units, a space is put or a dot is put. So these are the guidelines. These are the guidelines for writing the units. Next one is measurement of length. So what is the meaning of length? Length is the distance between 2 points. It is the distance between 2 points. The SI unit of length is a meter. The SI unit of length is meter. And what is the definition of meter? Define meter. Meter is defined as the distance between 2 points. Meter is defined as the distance between 2 points drawn on a platinum iridium rod, which is kept at 0 degrees Celsius in the International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Sèvres near Paris. So it is the there is a scientific center at Sèvres near Paris. There one cylindrical rod is kept. Cylindrical rod. On that cylindrical rod, 2 points are marked, and this is kept at 0 degrees Celsius. And the distance between these 2 points, that is taken as 1 meter. So this is the definition of meter. The meter is defined as the distance between 2 points marked on a cylindrical rod which is made up of platinum iridium, kept at 0 degrees Celsius in the International Bureau of Weights and Measures at Sèvres near Paris. Now we see multiples and submultiples of meter. First we see submultiples. Submultiples are the units which are smaller. The units which are smaller than meter, like centimeter. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So centimeter is a submultiple of meter. So submultiple means which is a smaller. And another one is millimeter. So 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. So centimeter and millimeter are submultiples of meter. Or 1 centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Or 1 millimeter is 10 to the power minus 3 meter. So millimeter and centimeter are submultiples of meter. They are smaller than meter. The next is multiple. Multiple is a bigger unit. The multiple of meter is kilometer. A kilometer is a multiple of meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Or 10 to the power 3 meter. So these are about the definition of meter and multiples and submultiples of meter. Now we see how to take the measurement of an object by using a scale. Scale is a measuring instrument. We have to measure the length of this pencil by using this scale. You see, how do we take the measurement and what all precautions are to be taken while doing the measurement. So one end of the pencil is kept coinciding with the 0 mark. One end of the pencil is kept coinciding with the 0 mark. Then we see the reading on the other end. We see the reading on the other end. So this end reading is 0 and on the other end the reading is 17.6. So on one end of the pencil is kept coinciding with the 0 mark, and the other end we take the reading. On this end reading is 0 and on the other end it is 17.6. So what is the length of this pencil? 17.6 minus 0, which is equal to 17.6 centimeter. Suppose that we keep this pencil, one end of the pencil is not kept at the 0 mark. Suppose that one end of the pencil is kept at the 1 centimeter mark. One end of the pencil is kept at 1 centimeter mark, and on this end the reading is 18.6. Then what is the length of this pencil? 18.6 minus 1, which is equal to 17.6 centimeter. This way we take the measurement of an object by using a scale. And what all precautions are to be taken? Suppose that we have to take the reading of this end. The reading of this end. Then when we take the reading, our eye must be exactly above that point which is to be measured. And suppose that you take the measurement by looking like this, or by looking like this, or simply keeping like this and do measurement, then in that case the measurement will come wrong. These are the precautions which you have to take while taking a measurement. Your eye must be, suppose that we have to take this end's measurement, your eye must be exactly above that point where the measurement is to be taken. The main points which we have discussed, what is measurement? Measurement is the comparison of an unknown quantity with a non-constant quantity. Then how measurement is expressed? Measurement is expressed with the help of unit. So for expressing different physical quantities, we use different units. Then different systems of units like MKS system, CGS system, FPS system. Then what are the guidelines? What are the guidelines for writing the units? Then various measuring instruments like measuring tape, measuring meter scale, and definition of meter, multiples and submultiples of meter. Then how to take the measurement of an object by using a scale. These are the points which we have discussed today. So you have to go through your book and learn all these topics very well.